As I have told you before, I get a lot of offers, emails from people that want me to review their product, and I've gotten a couple in the last week or two that I've accepted. I don't do that very often, but this is a product from the Hose Company, and it's one of those expandable hoses that you see on TV. The color is some of you may not like it, but if you've ever run over a hose because you couldn't see it in the grass, you will appreciate the fact that this is pretty visible. If you're out mowing, if you let your grass get up and you leave your hose in your yard, you will be able to see it. The fittings on the ends, both ends are brass. This is the output end. It has a shut-off valve on it, which definitely comes in handy. I have one on my other hose, another hose that I have, and that comes in handy. Now it also comes with a sprayer end on it and a hanger. I'll show you that in just a minute. But anyway, this is one of those expandable. This is the first one I've ever owned. So we're going to turn the water pressure on. I'm going to turn the valve off here, turn the water pressure on, and watch this little dude expand. It's about 30 feet long, and it is very, very light. The hoses that I have around here, and I have a number of them, are those 120-foot hoses from Sam's. And I love those hoses, don't get me wrong, but then I have a lot of land to cover. What I was starting to say here, this is so light. The hoses from Sam's, the only problem with those things, they are so heavy. It's a 120-foot hose. They are 5/8 inch hose, big round, big thick hose, thick rubber. And I would venture to say, I don't think I would be overestimating to say those things weigh 30 pounds apiece. And if you have water in them, if you didn't drain the water out of it, I bet it weighs more than that. You know, you pretty much got to throw it over your shoulder to take it somewhere, and you got a load there. It's those are heavy. This is just nothing. This is just so light. Even, I mean, when you carry the whole hose, you probably don't have 2 or 3 pounds. So that's a pleasure to work with. The hoses from Sam's last a long time. Will this one stand the test of time? I don't know. It does have a 1-year warranty, 1-year guarantee, and they said on their one of the answers to a question on Amazon was about the warranty, and said if you buy one on Amazon, you're already registered through your purchase. So they've got a record of your purchase, so it's a 1-year guarantee on that. And then if you buy one off their website, same way, you're registered with them. You've got a 1-year guarantee. So let's get on with some of the testing. I'm gonna fill this thing up full of water, and we can watch it expand. So this is my water source. I'm just using it for convenience purposes, hooked up to a faucet. And I don't know, like I say, this is my first experience with this. It's kind of creepy to watch it expand and collapse, but here we go. It's kind of creepy, but it's pretty cool. Once it gets expanded, and it takes a little while, depends on your water pressure probably and your water volume. But once it gets expanded, you have the full pressure in the hose. So let me put the end on it, and we'll see how that works. And again, I'm not all that crazy about these in general. I bought 2 or 3 of them from different places, and I've just never been really sold on them. But the jet feature on this one, that's shooting about 30 or 40 feet. It's just a jet of water. The the mist and the cone and all that, I'm just not all that impressed with. I believe it's the shower. Let me see if I can turn this without getting soaking wet or soak my phone. Yeah, that's the one that I would use to water plants. Just a gentle shower, that's what it's called, is a shower. So that works real nice. It also has a locking feature here that you can fold this up. If you had 2 hands and not one, fold that up and lock that into position where you don't have to just hold it down all the time. So that's pretty cool. And it has a shut off right here too. Now what I have seen, and let me crank this open, use some of the water out of it, and watch what it's doing. It's collapsing a little bit, and then I'll close it up, turn it off, and it starts to expand again. And that's, I'm sure, typical of all of them. It's just, again, my first run-in with a collapsible hose. All in all, I like the hose. I love the fact that it's light. I'm getting so tired of carrying around 30, 40-pound hoses. And so I like the fact that it's light. I like the fact that you can see it in the laying in the yard. Now, longevity, I don't know. But they offer a refund or another hose. So, you get this. Let me show you the hanger that comes with it. Okay, there's the hanger, and I assume you just slip that over your faucet. And it really doesn't take much of a hanger because the hose is so darn light. So, am I going to use a hose? You doggone right. I wish it was longer. I am going to use the hose. I'll put a link to it below on Amazon. I will put a link to their website on Amazon. And again, it's called The Hose Company. It comes in 50 feet, 75 feet, 100 feet, and 150 feet. If I had a small backyard instead of acreage, this is absolutely something like I would have. And one in the front yard and one in the back, or just one if you don't mind rotating the hose back and forth. Again, it's so easy to carry that you may not, wouldn't be a chore to do that. But this for a backyard, especially a small backyard, small front yard, perfect. You're going to reach whatever you need to reach, and then it just collapses down to almost nothing. So it collapses down to about, a 75 footer collapses down to about 30 feet. But again, you can wind it up over your hand, and just anybody can carry the thing. So I think I about covered all that I know about this. I will definitely use it, and if something goes wrong with it, I'll tell you about it. Okay? It's gone. It's drained out. I like it. Hope you do too. If you get one, hold them to that warranty. 1 year warranty. Make sure. All right. I believe we're gone.